The true meaning of Harry Potter. The true meaning of Harry Potter is an allegorical children's story, which may seem innocent, just as many allegorical children's stories seem innocent on the surface. But through tradition and of history, many children's stories have a deeper meaning. Why? 1. There was the Catholic Church that suppressed a lot of information. So among the groups that disagreed with the Catholic Church, they transmitted information in code through stories. Cinderella, Snow White, and the Seven Dwarfs, and many other fairy tales are allegorical children's stories that were encoded with secret information. Now, Harry Potter is not very much encoded. It is not deeply encoded. It is the truth of the occult world glossed over. What is that truth? Well, as far as I know, as a 20th degree Mason and a 40th degree in the Order of Light, as a Lemurian, a 40th degree Lemurian, I will tell you, it is about the Philosopher's Stone, the Stargate portal technology. It is about going up, turning your body upward in vibration to where you can manifest in the three-dimensional world as pure energy, or manifest in the physical world as some would call an ascended being. And then number 5, it is about the Horcrux. I will go through each one of these things, these main themes of Harry Potter, as they are in the real occult world, on Earth, not as they were portrayed as in Harry Potter. The Sorcerer's Stone. The Sorcerer's Stone is not called the Sorcerer's Stone in the real occult world. In the real occult world, it is called the Philosopher's Stone. Some call it, there are many other names for the Philosopher's Stone. I will not cover all those names. But with research it is easy to find. Nicholas Flamel. Nicholas Flamel was a real live alchemist. In real history, there really was a person called Nicholas Flamel. Nicholas Flamel's writings and journal is still historical public knowledge that can even be found on the internet. So, did J.K. Rowling just pull this story out of her imagination and out of her head? No, she did not. It is an absolute bald-faced lie when she said on ESPN and CNN, when they gave an interview to J.K. Rowling, "Oh, how did you find the material for this book?" "Oh, I just pulled it out of my head," she said, "my imagination." Utter and complete baloney. She did in-depth research into the occult world and based it upon her book. But I think that she wrote the book with a purpose, to give a hidden message. And I will tell you what that hidden message ultimately is. 1, it is that the elixir of life, the Philosopher's Stone, is real. And that anybody who wants to know how to make it, all they have to do is follow the blueprints, starting with Nicholas Flamel, who is the only known person in modern history to have actually made the Philosopher's Stone and actually turned lead into gold. 2, that we are powerful beings with magic inside of us. And there is no such thing as a muggle. 3, that she is portraying very much the de Molay order of the Masonic order. 4, I just want to make another point. I'm going to go off on another tangent here, is that when Harry picked up the Philosopher's Stone in the movie, which it was a red, jagged looking kind of rock that had a clear opaqueness to it. That red stone is what has been coined and phrased as being the red lion or the red dragon by alchemists. Now, why do they call it the red dragon? So some Christians may hear this as, oh, Satanism. No. It's just in the Chinese and Asian culture that they had a belief in the power of the dragon. Okay? The power of the dragon not being like Satan or the serpent, but the power of a mystical being called the dragon that they believed had certain powers. And dragons did really exist on the earth. Oh, you're saying this guy's crazy. Oh, dragons didn't exist on the earth? What are you talking about? This guy's talking about, a conspiracy theory and stuff. No. It's simply that back in the 1980s, when I was growing up, I simply saw a Discovery Channel documentary where they went into the forbidden zone of China and they started digging around like archaeologists do, and they found skeletons of ancient prehistoric beasts that looked exactly like dragons and could fly. And so historically dragons did exist, and they were probably the old dinosaurs that lasted after the Ice Age and where men were able to see them. Or maybe they didn't survive at a certain point, and when man came into being and became intelligent, the Chinese, the Asian people, simply went digging around and they found these skeletons, and they considered them to be powerful mystical beasts that they had dug up. Just going into science here. We don't have to go and be all mystical and everything. I'm talking about real life, what is in the real occult world here on earth that humans do. This is not a spiritual debate. This is just an informative documentary, in my opinion. Okay? And so this is what I am presenting here in word form, that there are how Harry Potter relates to the real occult world and what it means. Okay? So, the red dragon, or the red lion. The British people called it the red lion because their major symbol was the lion and the unicorn in the British government. And why does the lion and the unicorn is in the British government? Well, the lion and the unicorn represents in the Bible the tribe of Judah, which is the lion, and the unicorn represents the tribe of Ephraim. Okay? Now, one more thing. What does this Philosopher's Stone consist of? Well, the red rock or the red stone is the gold version of the elixir is the gold version of the Philosopher's Stone. When you take gold and you transmute it into being the Philosopher's Stone, it is red. Okay? And you can make the Philosopher's Stone many ways. Now there's the